John never does that for us.
What doesn't do what? The 10-second countdown?
Yeah.
Yes, we have like a young Jedi Padawan in the studio.
Padawan.
Right.
Padawan. I was thinking of Padawan?
Lindsay
Padawan.
knows. You don't know anything about Star Wars.
I was thinking of
You don't know the first thing about Star Wars.
Lindsay.
oh, and that's something that I'm really
right?
ashamed about.
I know.
Shame.
That's like
I'll tell you this though,
dare
Lindsay.
you.
How about this, Lindsay? I stood in line at River Oaks 1 to watch the first Star Wars on the screen. Have you done that?
No, I wasn't
Oh,
alive.
well.
That's right.
Who's the Star Wars fan?
Boom, boom. Welcome
Sorry,
to the studio.
you were
We have
8 years old.
our under instruction producer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Understudy.
Chris Campbell. Nice to see you, Chris. How's it going?
Good morning.
Nice. It's I think Vesmar is finally taking a show off on Tuesday, so we're making sure somebody knows how to run the studio.
Someone knows how to push the buttons.
Plus, Vesmar could get COVID at any moment, and you know
That's
we
true.
have to.
No.
I know he refused to get the damn shot, so like
He's
at any
maskless.
moment he could go down, and we got to make sure that we're ready to
Cough
keep,
on him, Lindsay.
Keep marching forward.
You guys put your faith in Fauci, and that's all unraveling right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Faith in Fauci.
Yeah.
What's
I put my
unraveling?
faith in science, John.
I'm walking around with no mask. I went to a Cubs game, no mask.
Mm-hmm.
No
That's
mask.
naked. Sans mask.
Yeah, I was letting it all out. My nose was
His
hanging
nose
out.
was just there.
Free to the
Free
open
nose?
bow. Free nose. I let my nose loose.
Free
the
nosing?
nose.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a pretty good show today.
Just pretty
I'm
good.
excited.
Not
Yeah.
like really good.
It's
Kevin's
Very
like, hey, we
okay.
got a marginal show coming at you.
Well, I
today."
didn't want to get everybody too excited yet.
But like, you can't say freaking pretty good, dude. It's like
we're gonna
you're
have
totally-
a great show today.
Thank you.
All right.
That's way better.
All right, we're gonna have a great show
I mean,
today.
seriously, like, say, I'm gonna do a pretty good job
C
as your
plus.
lawyer. You're on murder, facing murder charges. I'm gonna do a
You
pretty
got a
good
pretty
job.
good chance of
I got
losing
a
or
pretty
going
good
to jail.
I'm pretty good most of the time.
All right, we're gonna
unless
have a-
I was drinking or something
Fine,
last night.
fine.
I'm probably not that good then.
Point taken. We're gonna have a great show today.
Thank you. I
All
appreciate
it. We've got Freddie Pinner coming in, who is a unbelievable barber who did the mayor's fresh cut.
I got a
He's got
fade.
rolling.
I got a fade.
You got a fade, really?
This is what a fade is.
It is.
Yes.
I
You
can
didn't know
see
that?
your tan line from your hair too. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it's pretty
crazy.
I have a white head.
You have a pasty skull.
It
It
shows
looks
you how
good.
dark I get, though. I get
I
dark.
wanna-
For a freaking Irish dude, I'm dark Irish.
This guy. Oh, the Black Irish.
I am.
This is the.
That's what Marissa says about.
About what?
Don't worry about it. You know.
Okay, whatever.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
I noticed you just stopped.
I did stop. Yeah, there's certain places I'm not gonna go on the podcast. I'm not
But
gonna
this
go there.
this
so.
guy is unbelievable. He does a lot. He cuts a lot of the White Sox hair and stuff,
Yeah,
and he cut
yeah.
the mayor's hair. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to have him come in.
He gave me a fade.
You said that.
It's awesome.
I just haven't figured
Dude,
out
I
where
This
was
is
that
the
fade
first
is.
time that
I just-
Dad's had like an in-style haircut in forever.
I can't even
so
figure
he
out
just
where
keeps
the fade is.
Marissa cuts my
repeating
hair.
it.
Marissa doesn't know how to do a fade.
I've got a fade.
What
I've
is
got
a fade?
It's like you're bald basically, and it
No,
fades
it-
into hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lindsay doesn't know. She's.
I would.
She's a
Excuse
girl.
I don't know
me, I'm a
either.
girl.
John, do you have a fade?
Teenagers.
You're a girl. You don't know.
Do I have a fade?
Oh, girls can't get fades.
Just my
get
hairline
a fade.
receding. Is
That's
that
what
a
I.
fade?
That's what I feel like mine is.
We have like multiple conversations. Lindsay and I are arguing. You guys are going here.
We're talking about fades.
Chris is gonna walk the hell out of the studio. Like I can't put up with this bullshit.
On Tuesday, be like, "Where's
feel
our
bad.
producer? Even the backup producer isn't here."
I'm gonna do something good for society and not show up. It's free
So
you.
after Freddie comes, we actually have multiple folks coming in today on this very good show. We've got Dean Button coming to talk about Tri because our illustrious mayor right here is about 48 hours away from hopping in the water at Wolf Lake.
Don't forget about Eli, man.
And well, that's the big surprise. I said that's the surprise in the middle.
Oh.
Eli
I
has
didn't hear
taken
you.
the challenge, and he's coming with his ukulele to give us a new jingle.
For
Tortillas Nuevo Leon.
we already played it for them, and they're thrilled that they have a new jingle.
I love it. The Martinez family is all over this jingle.
We have a jingle. We created a jingle,
Well, Eli did. We
and
didn't
we
do
have
anything. We
our
just
first.
challenged him.
We have our first employee earning 1099 income.
Well, no, Steve, our
I guess
business
yeah.
manager was.
Besides our business manager,
That's right.
Eli. We're paying him. We're paying him
There's
good
not
money.
much.
for
There's
this
not
jingle.
much in the till. So
I'm paying.
congratulations,
He's
Eli.
taking
You-
like 50% of
I
our
was
money.
gonna say.
Is now a good time to talk about my salary?
yeah. You have to wait.
Talk to John about that.
Kyle, the intern, and you could coordinate together, and I'll pay you the same thing we pay Kyle. How about that?
And what we pay John.
And yeah, John. John
John's,
gets
John, it's lucrative, right? I mean,
John
you're going
earns
on
every
vacation
penny.
next week.
literally. John earns every penny.
I haven't missed 80 episodes. 80.
I thought I saw a tear coming from your eye.
It's a control thing, though. Let's be honest, John. It's a control thing. You're like you
I'm
wouldn't let anybody. Chris
thrilled to. It's not a control thing.
I
It's a
see John
control
just
thing.
relaxing back there.
I'm the
today.
only pro in this room, man. It's not, without me, this thing would fall apart. That's why
so
I've been
you
here for
are,
80
so
episodes.
you are the locomotive.
So secretly, you're the locomotive that
you are
pulls the locomotive.
the secret locomotive.
Hey, I know you wanted to give somebody a big shout out, and we don't usually
Yes.
do birthdays and stuff like that, but unless it's the locomotives and he gets a big card. But this is a big one. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah.
The star of the show.
There's only one guy that has
you
a
know.
fade here. I mean,
Lindsay rolled her eyes when I said that. It was in jest.
yes, we know.
I like being a cocky person on
That's
the air.
okay.
Because
That-
in real
you
life,
deserve
I'm
it.
not cocky.
I
Although
think
some people would say I am.
that's interesting.
Okay.
No,
I'm not cocky in real
there's a
life.
very humble part of Tom that people probably don't see a lot of.
There's
But
like a freaking loner. I'm like,
That's true, too.
Later.
That's
I'm-
true, too.
I'm done working.
So how about the happy birthday we want to
Happy
shout
birthday
out?
to Phil Vanez. One of my earliest supporters. It's not his birthday though. It's the
Coming
half
up.
birthday.
Yeah, he wanted to do 74 and a half instead
Because
of
who wouldn't
75.
rather celebrate right now as opposed to dead of winter, right?
That's right.
So Phil, happy 75th and a half,
74th and a half.
74th and a half, which is solid by the way.
I agree.
I'm going to celebrate my half birthday in September.
Yeah, mine would be October.
Mine is August.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
nice.
party. We're going to start doing this. I think Phil's onto something. Well, I mean, why only once a year when you could do twice a year,
Halves.
right?
Why can't you just celebrate life every day?
Wow,
You
look
could
at
do
you,
that,
Lindsay.
Lindsay. You
That's
could
what
do
Lindsay
that.
does.
Wow.
That's what. Yeah,
Looking at the brighter things in life.
that's
Half full. Glass
Yeah.
half full, Lindsay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday to Phil. We wanted to
Yeah,
get that
I
out.
know
mean,
he's listening.
been. I know he
listens to
always
every
listens.
episode, and he's a fan, and I'm a fan of
Great
Phil's.
dude.
And Phil Vanez was one of my if I had my first 10 supporters, he was one of the first 10.
Agreed.
Love the guy. And his wife Janet is sitting in the Hammond City Council. She was the council president for a number of years. Now
Think about
she's-
that. Like,
yeah,
like Janet wasn't even really involved in.
she was not involved in politics at all. It was Phil that was involved in politics. And then one year he came up and said, "Hey, my wife's going to run for city council." And we're like, "Well, that's great." You know, we've known Janet, but like you never know if it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Like when Janet first starts running, you're like, you don't know if she's going to be effective because there's some people I've backed people before
Sure.
that were not effective in public. They were fine on the council themselves, but once they actually had to go out and start earning votes, they couldn't do it. It was like a disconnect. But Janet Vanez was she took to it.
She's
very
been a
naturally.
star.
She reminded me of Marissa actually.
Wow.
Marissa took to it like that also. We were lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Then Marissa was a great candidate, but Janet was the same way. She is the same way. She's very effective. She's super involved. She goes to all the public meetings. She does everything you want a councilwoman to do, and she learned. I'm sure she learned a lot of it from her husband Phil, who I learned a lot from early on as well. And like we said, he's a fan of the show, and I'm a fan of Phil's, and that's why we wanted to say happy half birthday.
To Phil Vanez. All right.
You just think, Phil,
Your
what we're-
wife is great.
your wife is
Happy
great.
birthday.
He
And by the
married
way-
well. He married well and started her in politics.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I think she would say the same thing. Like without Phil's leadership in the House, Janet may never run for council, and she's super. I mean, by the way, so Phil started her in politics, but she's eclipsed.
And she's taken off.
Yeah,
on her own.
she's a multi-term city councilwoman. She's great.
She's a star. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, the other thing we got going is this is not just a weekend of the triathlon, which we're going to talk about in a little bit with Dean Button. But John Vesmar reminded me there is a serious throwdown on Sunday, and I know John likes boxing, and so do I.
Who's going to win?
Oh no.
I'm a Floyd Mayweather all the way, dude. I just can't. I
Absolutely.
cannot. I mean, he's not going to lose to this big white YouTube guy.
I don't even know you. I know Floyd Mayweather. I don't
This
know
guy
Floyd
Logan Paul is like literally like a YouTube sensation.
Grade A douche.
Yeah, total
Really?
douche. Yeah, yeah.
Him
What does
and
he
his
do?
brother. He acts a fool on the internet. And he's a very tall person.
But what is he like? Why does he think he can take on?
He
Floyd
and his
Mayweather?
brother have a stream of they like to challenge boxers and MMA fighters to see if they're actually better than these supposed fighters, and usually they're not.
Yeah.
Right. They've started boxing. Yeah.
They were doing his brother was doing like a UFC style
Right.
type of fighting for a bit, and he went against a couple other YouTubers and then a couple of like professional UFC fighters, and now his brother's doing the boxing thing against Floyd Mayweather.
And Floyd is 50-0. I mean, there's no way
No, I agree.
he's losing this fight.
I want to see him knock him
Against
out.
like a 28.
Oh yeah,
8-year-old.
he's going to knock him out. But
You guys are bloodthirsty.
Oh, I want to see.
I
him.
wanna
see him
this
die.
guy.
I wanna see this
he's
guy go down.
So annoying,
Really?
and I can't.
I don't know him
he's
Oh,
not a
enough
good
to hate
person.
him like
You
that.
when you see him for like a
I
minute,
love people.
you would say, "I want to see him
I
knocked
love
out."
people. I never say that
But
about people.
John, what about the rules? It's
I don't
really
appreciate you putting words in my mouth.
All right, fine.
I'm going to
Speak for
send you
yourself.
some of his videos, and you can
yeah.
Then I'll be like, I hate this person.
exactly.
Yes,
That's
on
his
your own.
thing.
I don't hate him yet.
All right.
Even though he looks a little douchey with
He
the,
looks way
the cowboy
douchey.
hat and the vest. I don't like that look.
Yeah, Logan Paul's.
So there's it's an exhibition match. This does not count towards any records, and there's no judges or score. It's just
Sounds like
just
we're just
who
gonna
is
go to the
bleeding.
backyard.
It
and
sounds like a
bleeding.
legal brawl.
Yeah.
Like, let's go into the alleyway and
The rules are there are no
but
rules.
KOs are allowed, so
That's
Fight
we're,
Club.
we're hoping for Floyd
It's
takes
Fight
this
Club.
guy
I
down.
love Fight Club. You guys see that movie?
Yeah,
Of course, I
movie's
love
great.
Brad Pitt though.
Me
So just give me a
too.
reason to watch Brad Pitt.
wow.
What a hunk.
Yeah, man. If I was inclined, he'd be like my type.
Your side piece.
If I was inclined, he'd be my type. He would be my main piece.
Would you be his type?
I imagine.
You don't know.
I'm smart.
Angelina
Stop putting
Jolie
words in
is
his mouth.
type.
Stop putting words in
I
his
am putting
mouth.
words in his mouth. I think Brad Pitt would totally be into me.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't like?
Why wouldn't he?
If I was,
There's only
if
one
I was so
locomotive in
inclined,
this room.
and he was so inclined, I think we'd totally be into each other.
With
Well,
that
there you go. Well,
fade?
that makes well, yeah. With that fade,
Brad Pitt.
Who's not?
Yeah. Speaking of fade, why don't we bring Freddie in?
Yeah, Lindsay,
he's
is Freddie ready?
By the way, we have a
Interesting.
viewer from Cancun right now.
What?
Nice. Hi, Cancun.
Nice.
Hola,
Your brother
Cancun.
from Cancun.
Me llamo es Tomás. Yo soy alcalde de Hammond.
John,
Sí,
why
muy
is your
bien.
brother in Cancun
Un
and you're here
poquito.
in the region still?
Because I want to make sure this this train stays on the tracks, man.
Are you gonna be texting from Cancun next?
Here
No.
comes Freddie. Here comes
No,
Freddie.
sadly.
So let's lead this in.
Hey, look at this guy. Come on in over here, bud. Nice to see you, Freddie.
He's got the socks hat on and everything.
Yeah, man. There's a reason for it. Wow.
Who cuts
are you,
Freddie's
Are you
hair?
live streaming? What's up, man? Nice to see you. I like those shorts.
What's up, Freddie?
Yeah.
I've got the summer vibes right now.
I like summer vibes. Hey, put on the headphones and pull right up.
This is
would
the
you?
first time that we've been like filmed.
We got
being
multi.
filmed.
We got multi. Look at
John, look at this. John,
Why
why don't
does
we
he have
have
this
this,
contraption?
John?
We don't have anything like this.
John, why don't we have something like
what
this?
the hell is going on with the Vesmar?
Did you see that?
This guy's checked out on us. I swear.
Okay, so just for those that can't see, Freddie brought in like this like mechanical robot iPhone holder.
It's not a mechanical robot,
It's
Kevin.
a gimbal.
Okay,
It's
well,
a gimbal.
I gotta get this Face ID working.
well, John, if you would let us know about these things, we'd know what a
How do-
gimbal is.
Why do
John,
we need a gimbal?
Do you know I'm 52?
look how cool
I don't-
it is.
I don't know what's going on with the world and tech. That's your job, Vesmar.
What? We don't need a gimbal here.
Kevin.
Well, apparently we do. Freddie brought it.
Kevin. I think we should give John one show off as punishment. Okay, John.
All right, so
Actually, I don't know if that's enough. I think we might need
Look at
like
that
5
thing.
shows
That's
off
fine.
for
Chris
punishment.
already knows everything.
John's
It took him
give
like
me
5 minutes.
15.
Dude, that is an awesome thing. What the hell, John?
Here we go.
Wow.
This is-
So Freddie, explain to me what's going on here.
I'm just recording this myself.
Get into that mic. You got to get in the mic.
What's up? You got to
Okay.
put yourself in. Hey,
Here we
man,
go.
what's
Am I
up?
good? Am I good?
How's,
Okay.
how's my fade looking, Freddie?
It looks good.
Is that really
I
a
know.
Give me
fade?
the 10.
This is
Yeah,
a fade,
This is
right?
a bald fade.
A bald fade.
A bald fade.
Did
Yeah.
Let's
cut me
just
off?
John, did you hear that?
Yes.
It's considered to be a bald fade.
Yeah. The shorter you go, like the side, they have number 1 or 2, 3, 4 shears, and then bald.
This dude, I already like him. Look at him. He's brought in his Marley One Love shirt. He's
Yeah,
got his
yeah.
socks hat on. I mean, we're good with that. But we got.
Am I on?
Yes. Yes, you're on.
I don't hear anything in my headphones
All
anymore.
right, it's the headphones. John's,
yeah, I
you
don't
gotta-
hear it.
I thought John was messing with me.
So
I probably broke it.
here we go.
I'm definitely not messing with you.
John, I can't hear anything.
All right,
so
well,
as long
let's
as
go.
you guys can hear me, that's
Yeah,
all.
we're good. We're all
Okay.
good.
All
Yeah.
right,
So
cool.
Freddie Pinner, right?
Yes.
All right. Hammond guy, unbelievable success story.
Yeah.
Your first haircut was where?
And my grandparent, it was in my grandparents' kitchen.
And now you're like doing
The white side,
Moncada and the
yeah.
mayor's hair.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah,
I
man.
know.
No.
I know.
You guys can hear me, right? Because I
Yes,
can't hear
yes,
anything.
yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
Tom, you're definitely on.
I can't hear anything.
It's all good. Just
I don't know
keep
why
rolling.
you can't hear anything, but you're on.
All right. Anyway, yeah, thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, no problem.
So Freddie pulls into my place last night in a Sprinter like 4-8 has, except for 4-8's is not as nice as Freddie's. Freddie pulls in a Mercedes
to my
Sprinter,
place.
and like he opens the door and it's got the barber pole on the inside, and it's totally tricked out.
That's great. Do we have pictures of that, John? Can you throw those up? Because this is pretty cool inside of Freddie's. And by the way, Freddie, I like your shirt. I like your whole
thanks.
get-up last
Thanks.
night.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at how
look, I
nice
had
he
a-
looks. Look at
Oh,
you.
yeah, I had to come. I had to
This
come
guy
out.
always looks
Yeah.
good.
Oh
Yeah,
no, he
good
does look
looking
good.
dude.
Like
Look at
look at
him.
him last night.
In
He's
fact,
got
you
the
know what?
stylish shoes. And
When you
like-
walked in today, that doesn't even look like you.
No. This is my. This I like dressing like this.
Like
I
your hair's
to
all
go
slicked
relax.
back there?
Yeah. I came out, woke up, and I just put my hat on and came out like this.
So Freddie comes up. He's like, he knows already that my drink is Red Bull and vodka.
Yeah.
Wow. Someone
So,
gave him
like,
the
he's
heads
pouring
up.
me a Red Bull and
I
vodka.
got a little intel.
Little
and,
411.
That's pretty good intel. That's pretty good intel.
Yeah.
And then he I have no idea.
Look
what,
at that cooler.
I know, dude. It
Yeah, I
was
have
nice.
it.
We
I
need to
haven't
get one of
stopped.
those here.
So did you cut hair after you left me last night,
I
man?
cut Tim Anderson last night.
He's
Tim
sitting there
Anderson.
texting
Yeah.
with Tim Anderson. Like,
Post game.
yeah.
Yep, after the game yesterday, he hit the home run. I asked his daughter. She came out the car. I said, "Oh, what's your favorite thing about the ball game?" She's like, "Home runs." She's so
That's
small.
awesome.
Because
Really?
they turn the lights off now. It's a lot. Before they wouldn't do it. Now at the stadium when they hit home runs, they do the fireworks and they have the lights flicking out.
Oh,
now.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So you had Tim Anderson in your Sprinter getting his haircut
Last
post
night.
game.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
So,
do it a lot.
Who else do you cut from the White Sox?
I cut. I started with Moncada in 2018, and I cut Luis Robert. I cut Tim Anderson, Abreu, Madrigal, Yermin, Mercedes, Leary Garcia, and then like Nico Goodrum from Detroit. And
Oh, Goodrum. I had him on my fantasy team.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that hit the home run last night also?
I don't know.
For Detroit,
I
I didn't see.
I don't know who. And the third baseman wants me to cut his hair today.
So Freddie, is it like word of mouth? Like you started with Moncada and then.
Well, what it was like with Moncada, it was one of my clients seen Moncada's cousin, and they had asked him about his haircut, and he mentioned me. And like a month and a half later, they messaged me on Instagram. But honestly, I didn't even know who Moncada was.
Wow.
I had to Google him because I grew up. Like, I wasn't really big on baseball, but I grew up with the Sox because as the games I used to go to as a kid, it was closer. So if I were to go for any of the two teams, it was always the Sox. And he reached out like a month after he told me about the haircut, and I ended up cutting him at the end of 18.
Well, like then you didn't have your Sprinter then, right?
No.
So like this is just like I'm hopping up there to do his hair.
So are you like going to his house?
I went to his house in his bathroom. It was like and he's like a big guy. Like you expect baseball players are like
Right.
more than Yohan's like he looked like a football player.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like a thick guy, and I was nervous, but what saved me was I'm bilingual. And
You're Spanish speaking, so okay.
I was able to connect with him like that, and then I realized that he was out here by him with like a cousin, like / friend, because he
So didn't have like a big support group.
Nothing, no family. They come out here like when players come from Cuba, they come by themselves, and it's so it's amazing that you're so rich, but you're here in a country you don't speak the language, you have no relatives at all.
So you were able to kind of have a quick connection with them.
Yeah.
And then that just spread to the other. So you have a lot of Spanish speaking clients.
Yeah. Like so, I have from there in 2019, I cut him, Yonder Alonso, and I actually flew to Cuba with Moncada in 2019.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah, we flew on a private jet. I never been on a private jet. It's a flying. I say
Where'd you fly out
of? Florida, Tampa.
But did you locally? Did you go out of Gary or?
No. I flew into Florida. We went
Gotcha.
to his house the day before,
Gotcha.
and then we jumped on the private jet from
That's
there.
awesome.
The only thing bad about the jet was it was only an hour flight from Florida to Cuba, but it was
Still
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's not long
no.
enough to have a party.
No, not at all. But open bar and everything. So from
You
there,
could drink quickly though. I imagine.
yeah. We got it in really fast, man, over there.
So now that you've become big time, are you still kind of like a region guy?
Yeah, I'm still cutting it, and so what's happening now is that a lot of my clients that I've had it for a long time, it's hard for them to get in. So they're like complaining. So I'm like, some days I'm like squeezing people in. Like people don't realize how long my days are, and I, like,
you were with me last night at 8 p.m.
Yeah, and I worked all day, right? Like tonight, look, I'll go into the shop.
Do you
I'm
still
here
have a physical location, or
I have two locations. Yeah, I have one in St. John and one in Hammond. I've been Hesville. Yeah, so I've been in Hesville. I started. I was telling Tom, like, my biggest thing was like having a diverse barbershop. Because back when I was younger, I'm 38 now. It was always like they're kind of like the shops are like segregated in their own way.
That's true. That's
black
true.
Barbershop,
Yeah,
shop,
that's true.
Shop. So I didn't grow up like that. On my block, I grew up on Indiana Street. Over there right on Calumet Bridge, right there. And like I was telling them, my best friend was black, and then the two other kids I played on the block were Patrick, who was white, and then Luis, who was Mexican, and I'm Puerto Rican.
That's crazy.
That's Hammond.
I'm just gonna say, Mayor. I mean, you say that all the time.
That's one of the things I love the most about our city.
Yeah, no. So when I open the shop, I'm like, okay, this is the kind of shop I want. I don't want to have I want a black barber that cuts, white hair or or Latin hair. Like I want to have a very diverse barbershop, and I have that. And then you start seeing other shops like doing it like that, and it's kind of cool.
So you're still at your original shop in Hammond.
I had moved. I was on 169th, right by the Speedway or the subway.
Yep.
Right there by the train tracks. I was there I opened in 2008, and then I was there for like 7.5 years, or no longer. Maybe 10 years there, and then I moved to 171st in Kennedy at the old funeral home, and so I'm there. I'm still currently there.
Nice.
You don't see any ghosts or anything, right?
No, but it was funny because like this girl
just
that I
making
had.
sure.
No, this girl that I had hired first. She was there like on it was late at night. She never knew it was an old funeral home, and she said, man, I feel kind of weird here. And then I was like, oh, and I just said, hey, this was a funeral home. And she got all creeped out. She was
like, I don't need my haircut, man.
Hey, she was
That's
all
awesome.
scared.
Dude, I saw something on Twitter this morning about an alien walking across a bridge in India like this week.
Sick.
It was.
I mean, the U.S. government confirmed the existence of UFOs. So.
Well, there you go.
But like this thing was, it was like a skinny, tall, like it was weird looking,
You
and
know,
they had it on like YouTube. It's crazy.
We'll
All of
have
a
to-
sudden,
we'll
like
have to pull
everybody's talking
that
about UFOs now.
Hey, Freddie, if a Cubs player wanted
I'll
to
do
get his
it.
haircut, you do it?
I was going to ask the same thing. We're
I'll
not
do it.
discriminating
I said-
against
no,
Northsiders,
no, no.
right?
Look, I'm cutting to Detroit. That's a division rivalry.
There you go.
Right? So
Yeah,
actually,
that's true.
I
That's
had like
true.
started like a little YouTube thing. I'm doing like I just started. We haven't dropped anything yet, but we're recording.
What's
a
the
few
channel
episodes.
if we can find it?
I'm not. We
You
haven't
don't
even
know
thought
yet.
of the name yet,
All
but
right.
I'll definitely let you guys know. So I cut Nico Goodrum, and we got into that topic about like the fan hate or the player hate of other teams because I think it's more of like the fans that hate other teams
Sure,
more than the players.
sure.
The players don't really care. You see them.
Well, and the players move around a lot.
and they're from all places. Like you're almost from Cuba. Like you think he didn't care about the Chicago White Sox? He didn't even know who they were.
Sure.
You know
You know, one of the drawbacks of us taking pictures last night?
what?
I'm wearing the exact same clothes I wore last night. And people are
Looking
pointing it out
good.
in chat.
Hey,
I do change
You
my
already
clothes
knew
for the
that he
record.
doesn't shower.
You know,
okay?
like I just got out of the
Fell
pool
asleep
with
in
Freddie
that,
Pool.
woke
I
up
did.
and rolled up.
Listen, man, like I shower, I put deodorant on, all that stuff. Okay, like
all right.
Well,
it
you
was.
gotta-
This
it's
was like
still
last
early.
night at like 8
You got a
p.m.
fresh
Right?
fade, dude.
Yeah,
I know, but
Yeah, I
like
give him
people
the-
are thinking I'm nasty, and I don't
We have
want
a
people to
gimbal.
get the wrong idea.
Dad, when we first started the show, you were like, "Oh yeah, I never shower. I just don't even."
In the
wash
summertime,
my
I
face."
don't shower.
It is the summer.
Well, the pool's open, so
Gotcha.
from this point forward, I'm going to stop showering.
So,
But
Freddie,
I did swim last night.
Before we wrap it up with Freddie, because we got it, we're rolling.
We have a
here.
busy morning.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, you guys
What
got-
name of your place, and how does anybody get a hold of you if they can even afford you or want to get there?
No,
They can afford it.
So
because
with
you're
that-
so famous.
Yeah,
He
so
is famous.
With the,
He's got
with the
people that work
truck-
for him. He's agents that do it also.
Nice.
Yeah, I need that, man. I'm so.
By the
busy.
way, my son Patrick's a huge customer of Freddie's.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. They had one of my bars said they cut the mayor. So I was like,
That's
oh, that's
cool.
awesome. You know,
So-
and it's like since I still have the shop over there, I'm not there as much. Sometimes I'll cut somebody there once in a while, but not like I was.
You're
there
in
all
the
the
Sprinter
time.
now.
Well, we want to
Yeah,
get
I
you.
try to
We
do
want to
the
get
same.
you a plug in before we.
Okay, so I have Big League Barbershop, and we're located at 7051 Kennedy Avenue, and then we also have the other shop, which is on 8385 Wicker Avenue in St.
Which is
John.
US 41.
And then I go off this app called Booksy. It's a
Booksy.
free app.
All right.
Booksy, yeah. You
That's
just go
what Patrick
online.
does.
Yeah, you go online. You just book it. You don't have to like text or call or anything.
Cool.
And then with the truck, they just direct message me. My name is Freddie Pintor on Facebook. They'll direct message me, and I'll
Awesome.
I'll,
Let me
I'll
ask you a
post it up.
question.
Yeah.
Who's going to win this fight that we were talking about? Floyd Mayweather or Logan Paul?
I mean, Mayweather. It's
Thank
just
you.
like, yeah, it's. I mean, and the
no
only thing I
question.
could think of is like it's like a big money thing, and they're trying to do something for like money.
Mayweather's
but,
not going down.
Yeah, but he's. I mean, it's like boxing is like this guy is a skill. Like you can't compare the two.
Exactly. gonna beat him
It'd be
down,
like
right?
me.
Yeah.
It'd be like me saying I could give the mayor a fade. It
Yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah,
happen.
it'd be different
It'd be
what
like
I was
if
doing.
Fred-
Not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
It's
Yeah,
like
no,
you
yeah.
know, we got the pro.
That is not going to happen.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, no.
Dude,
you
thanks
can
for
do
coming
it to
in.
teach 'em.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
no.
it, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
thank
I
you.
appreciate you
Thank
very
you.
much,
Thank
man.
you. Thank
It's a pleasure to meet you, brother.
Yeah.
Great meeting you,
Yeah,
Freddie.
Good to
Thank
see you again, and I'll see
Yeah,
you
yeah,
soon.
yeah. We'll stay in touch.
The
I appreciate
the
it. I'm gonna
famous
get
Freddie
lots of,
Pinter.
and I love the robot thing you did. You're the best, man. I love this guy
robot.
right here. He's the best.
The gimbal. Cool.
Yeah. Welcome
Thanks,
to Left
Freddie.
to Center, brother. Good to see you, bud. Take care, man.
Have a good day.
All right,
Thanks for
dude,
pointing
thanks.
out that our producer's not doing a good job with these gadgets you have. I appreciate that. I love it.
Wow.
I
Be nice to
want one.
have.
Left of center would be great if we had stuff like that here. You know, I mean,
Now that I know what it's called, I can't call it a robotic iPhone thing. I have to call it a
I
gimbal.
like it. So we're gonna bring in our next guest.
Yeah, not even a guess. Let's do it.
We got a busy morning going.
I
Here.
just want to thank you guys for all the love. I've been here for 80 episodes, and
That sounds
I've
like my
never
sign-off
felt
of
I've never felt
WMCD.
better, man. You know,
Really?
I just feel appreciated.
I have
just
a
wanna
feeling
say
our
that.
next show is gonna be one of our best. When we
I have a
eliminate
feeling I'm gonna
toxicity.
like hack it and
You're
like
gonna retire in Cancun.
You're going to Mexico?
no,
No.
I'm not. But hey, what happened to those
Nosy?
headphones? Are they working now?
They are working. I thought you were messing with me.
No.
So when I flipped you off on camera,
You know when
you
there's
could take it. You could.
when there's a technical glitch.
What's up, Eli?
We're supposed to keep going.
Really? But like,
Yes.
I thought
You
he
just
was
keep
messing
going
with me.
'cause
I'm like,
we're-
dude, I
no,
thought he was
recording.
I wasn't.
because I was giving you crap, and then all of a sudden I went silent. And that's
No, I don't
happened
know
in the
what that
studio before.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let Lindsay
What's
do
up,
her,
Eli?
We're gonna do Lindsay do her
see you,
spiel.
bro.
We're gonna do our ads, and that's why we're gonna
Oh,
introduce
wow.
Eli and White.
I'm
here.
doing so much work today.
You are
guys.
doing a lot. I
I'm
like
like
the ponytails.
sweating.
Is that ponytails?
Good morning, Lindsay.
Oh,
no,
you look
it's
so pretty.
garbage.
Oh my! What is going on with my headphones? I sound great now. Now I hear it
Because
perfect.
he turned up your volume.
Okay.
These are all technical things that happen behind the scenes.
We're learning.
Yeah.
This is a process.
Maybe that gimbal messed things up.
Could have. Ready,
All
Lance.
right.
You think? It was when the gimbal came in the office. I wonder if it like interfered somehow.
That is weird. Yeah.
You know what? I bet you it did.
Wow.
Anyway,
Well, we'll have to
I'm sure
figure that
everybody's
out.
real interested in our technical.
I'm not.
What was in that gimbal?
Sounds like get that
What's
gimbal
going
out of
on?
here.
You're
Lindsay,
glad
what
we
you
don't
got?
have a gimbal now, aren't you?
What you got, Lindsay? Yeah, right.
You're listening to Left of Center, where we
Thank
cover
you.
everything from politics to important events of the day in the Midwest and the nation, all while having way too much fun while doing it. If you can't get enough of us, you can follow us on Facebook at Left of Center Podcast or on Twitter at LockPod, LOCPOD. And if you can't listen in live, you can always download our episodes from the Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and you can also access it on YouTube. I want to throw that in there because nobody uses it.
Whoa.
All you need to do is search Left of Center and look for our red and blue logo. Don't forget to subscribe and rate every single episode, please, on each one of those apps. And if you would like to have some advertising on our show, you can always send an email to Steve, STEVE, at lockpod.com.
Stevie.
Steve
Steve.
at lockpod.
The Magic Man.
Is there like a locomotive at Lockpod?
No.
Because there should be.
No.
Is there a locomotive at Lockpod? I
Yeah.
thought you were.
Locomotive at lockpod.com.
Oh, I mean, that
No.
should be your email?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where I'll get
Why
all
do you
mine.
need an
Loco.
email?
How about Loco?
Who do you
That's
got
where all
email,
the, that's
Dan?
where all the
We'll just-
girls will send the nudes.
We'll just leave it at Loco.
Ew.
Loco? What's
Yeah.
up? Yeah, whatever.
How about our sponsors
I
before we
like
get
Loco
to Eli?
better.
By the way, it's good to see you, Eli.
Likewise.
Yeah, man.
Usually we have you accompanying our wonderful and famous state rep,
Yep.
Mike
Not
Andrade,
this
but
time.
today you are solo.
I'm solo.
Wow.
Today. It's gonna
You are,
I miss them already.
by the way, we sent a copy of what you're going to play for us today to Tortillas Nuevo Leon.
Oh, what they think?
They were all over it.
They're all
Really?
over it.
They're all
yeah.
over it.
That's
so
cool.
Now's
Yeah.
the time to license it before they.
This is where you can make the big bucks.
That's awesome. We challenged Eli to come up with the jingle, and he did, and it's acceptable and it's
It's
satisfactory. and-
acceptable.
yeah, it's
Oh, that's like
excellent.
it's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
good.
We
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
a
it's
pretty
pretty
good
good.
show.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's acceptable. That's horrible.
You're
I'm
doing-
like, I've been hanging with you too long. Yeah, we have a decent show. It's all
It's
right.
an acceptable jingle.
It's acceptable. It's
Why
excellent.
don't you start us
I'm
off,
one of
Mayor
Eli's
Tom?
biggest fans, by the
Yes.
way, and he likes my fade, which is cool.
You didn't say that yet, but
He did say that
Eli,
when
do
he
you
walked
like
in.
his fade?
I did actually. Yeah. he did a
You
good
you,
job.
you
you.
feel obligated to say that, but you can tell me in private what you actually think.
Well,
How-
I think the fade has more to do with the barber than the person.
There you
that
go.
got
That's
the
right.
haircut.
There
That's
you
right. Oh, really?
make anybody look good. I
Still
think is what
looks
he's
good,
saying.
though.
I think he's disrespecting me deep down inside. So.
See, Tom's like, I think there's was that,
Yeah,
I think that
is that a
was like
backhanded compliment.
I don't think that was flattering.
It's pretty
I don't
good.
think Eli's my favorite artist
Yes.
anymore.
Powering America is Northwest Indiana's source for a trusted electrical professional. If you are a developer looking for a large-scale electrical contractor, Powering America can help take the guesswork out of finding a professional you can trust. Their select network of electrical contractors are committed to employing local electricians that have successfully completed a certified apprenticeship training program registered with the Indiana Department of Labor. All employees are held to a high standard of professionalism, expertise, and knowledge, and all of our contractors are licensed, bonded, and insured. If you would like more information about your electrical needs, visit Powering America today at CertifiedElectrician.com. That's CertifiedElectrician.com.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outside patio, perfect for enjoying its finely crafted ales, lagers, and chef-driven food. Brewing equipment on their production side offers a unique backdrop for your private event, like bridal and baby showers, birthdays, reunions, and corporate events. Conveniently located just off 8094 in the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Come on by and enjoy Byway's award-winning beers, an unbeatable menu. I was on the patio last night. It was gorgeous.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That was before you met with me?
It is.
You met with your wife, and then you met with me after?
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Sent her home.
Dude, that is nice. You're so lucky Janet doesn't listen to the show.
That's why I do things like that. I'm
You
like,
are
she's
so
never gonna
lucky.
listen
By the
to
way, I
this.
couldn't get away with that. Marissa listens to every show.
Well, you stopped at like Black Irish, like
Yeah.
stop in there.
Grisolia's Concrete. By the way, I talked to Bernie last night. He loves our California
yeah.
Love commercial.
California style.
Yep.
I'm going to get that on a shirt for you.
I like
be
it.
cool.
That's a good shirt.
That is a
right
good
there.
shirt.
Good job.
I think
Lindsay.
Grisolia's Concrete should have that.
I think.
As they're like the guys that are working.
California
The
style.
workers.
That's
Thank
Bernie.
you. Bernie, pay me.
Yeah.
Pay Lockpod.
We're copying this, copyrighting this.
There's your t-shirt idea, Bernie.
Yeah. I love it. Grisolia's Concrete was voted #1 in the Times Best of the Region in 2020. And guess what? He was voted #1 in 2021 as well.
Boom.
Wow.
I
That's
think
right.
because of Lockpod.
It is totally. It's our commercials. I mean, it's obvious what's going
It's not
on here,
his
Bernie.
California style work.
It's California style. It's, I mean, great work, first off.
Of course.
Excellent work. I'm not BSing about that. I
agree.
BS
No, I
about
agree.
most things, but Bernie's money.
Yes.
But Bernie is money in the backyard. Bernie is great at doing what he does. He does front yard too, by the way. It's not just limited to backyards. Okay, but Bernie does excellent work. He's done. I know a number of people that I know, including my own backyard. It's just amazing. I didn't realize that's what it was called, California style. Is it separate pours? Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, my backyard is like a bunch of individual pours, and Bernie did it. And
He knows what he's doing, and now that's why they're best in 2020 and 2021.
Wow.
Voted number one in the Times Best of the Region in 2020 and in 2021. And he specializes in all of your concrete projects. Grisolia's has been using the original cement finish in the California style since 1972 and also offers stamped and colored concrete. For more information or a project quote, call Grisolia's at 219-659-4127.
Tri Electronics wants to be your complete communications provider. Tri Electronics has been a leader in this industry for more than 55 years and can provide your business end-to-end, John, communications solutions. Thank you.
Lindsay did it.
Whoa, that was all right.
you.
His microphone wasn't on.
For more
yet, so-
information,
There's a
call
lot going
Tri-
on back
Yeah,
here
I
at the
see
producer
that.
desk, man.
For more information, call Tri Electronics today at 800-722-6793 and tell them Lockpod sent you. And now,
So the
drum
shirt-
roll, please.
Yes.
I can't wait for Chris to do the whisper part. By the way,
Oh, yeah.
I was
gonna
just
be
wondering,
exciting.
do I have to do that?
Yes.
part?
Yeah, it's
Well, you have to ask John, your boss.
Here,
you got to
let's
practice.
Here, let's try it
whisper
out.
end to
Let's try it
end.
out. You ready? Here,
All right, here we go,
I'll do
right?
the
Oh, you
commercial.
got it? Okay.
Yeah, you ready?
All right.
So, Tri Electronics wants to be your complete communication provider. Tri Electronics has been a leader in this industry for more than 55 years and can provide your business with end-to-end communication solutions.
See, I already missed
Oh,
my
yeah.
cue.
Wow. This
Man,
isn't
it's
going
broken.
well.
John's like shaking his head.
John just like got his head down.
yeah, this is
Do I
gonna.
have to pay twice for that?
I think half.
Yeah. Tri's not gonna pay at all if we keep talking about
Let's
this.
go a third time, and then maybe I can...
All right, so you're gonna no, Chris, you got to be ready Tuesday now. That's it.
No.
Yeah.
All right,
You
so
don't get a second chance.
a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago,
When you go to try out for a movie or something and you botch it, and you're like, "Hey, can I do one more?"
one more take.
It's not very often they say,
Next.
"Let me see it again." You know.
There we
Oh.
go.
Yeah,
That was a little aggressive.
John?
Yeah.
That was a little aggressive.
Yeah, you got to work on that, dude.
He sounded like Batman.
I was
Whoa,
thinking
that's
more like
scary.
sexual predator.
I got like goosebumps. I got like really bad goosebumps.
If I heard that in an alleyway one night,
It was aggressive.
I would be scared.
I would run.
John's creepy voice is better than Chris's creepy voice right now. So.
John tries to make it sensual at least.
So
Mine has like a predator ring.
It
to
is a
It does.
predatory.
It does have a predator
It is
ring
a little
to it.
predatory. I agree.
I
so
apologize.
a couple weeks ago, we offered a challenge
Yes,
here
we
on
did.
Lockpod.
I didn't think that challenge would be accepted. By
Oh,
the
I
way.
thought it would.
See, like that's not an easy thing to do a jingle for Tortillas Nuevo
What was
Leon.
the challenge?
The challenge is they needed a song because we had California style for
We
Grizzolias.
were like, we should get a jingle for Nuevo Leon.
Right, and then we
There's only one ukulele guitar laureate
Yeah.
in
So we
musician
put-
in residence at Lockpod. That's Eli.
we put the
Hernandez.
challenge out on the air. Eli took up the challenge. How's it going, Eli?
Get on up
Pull
to
up,
that mic
pull up,
before
man,
we-
pull up. You know, I want the you pull up. I want the
gotta
world to
talk
see you, my
first.
friend. Yeah.
Get all up in your business.
So was it easy to come up with this jingle?
No, not really. But I believe Miss Doty tagged me when you commented,
Mm-hmm.
and I was busy all week, and I got to watch it finally Sunday, and I'm like, oh, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So yeah,
If this ends up becoming like a new career for you, because I have a feeling it's going to be.
that would be cool. My buddy and I were just talking
Jingles?
about that yesterday.
Why not?
I sent it to him. He goes, dude, what if you did that?
That's
Right?
what I'm
Real
talking
jingles?
about.
And I'm like,
Hey,
I've never thought about
attorney-
it.
From humble beginnings.
Remember
on Lockpod.
your friends,
Yeah.
right?
Remember the
your
little
friends.
people.
You know,
Your little-
Eli, attorney Alfredo Estrada wants a jingle from you as well for
That's
his
right.
immigration
Oh, we got.
practice.
He's the
No,
man.
man.
He
Hey,
is
man.
the man.
Fred is the man.
I
He is
got
the
I
man.
got first dibs on a law firm jingle, dude.
We got a lot, and then try electronics. Something about end to end would be nice. So.
This is it. All right, so I think we read the ad
Yes.
and then do the jingle. So
Sounds good.
Mayor
I'll read
Tom.
it. Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard of Mexican cuisine throughout the Midwest. The Martinez model for success has always been responsive customer service, great tasting products with an authentic Mexican taste, and high-quality standards. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia. And that's where the mayor goes, yeah! Yeah! De todo corazón.
Hey!
Now, how
my
is
man.
that not catchy? I mean,
incredible.
Like, it's unbelievable.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon, you saved millions of dollars by hiring, first off, sponsoring
Well,
Lock
maybe
Pod.
not. This might be $1 million jingle.
We got Eli, part of our Lock Pod audience, to do this. And Eli, we're going to start off. I want to be your first professional check as far as the jingle writer, right? Lock Pod wanted to put together a collection for you.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Please. No,
Yes.
no. We want to.
Take it.
Yes.
Please.
Take it.
We're
Please.
paying you. We're
Take
paying
it.
you
We want to
off.
be your first clients. $250 from Lock Pod
What
for
the
Eli.
heck?
Hell yeah, man. This is complete. We all talked about it. We all wanted to do
Can we
this.
hear it one more time, please?
Yes, please.
One more time.
He's like,
I
for
gotta
another
hear this.
$250.
Well, do you have another check, Mayor?
Dad, you got to remember when to yell.
Yes, this
Right,
is
I
on
got it.
you.
I'm all
Don't
over
be
it.
like Chris with the end-to-end.
Okay,
Make sure you're
all right.
on this.
I'll look
Don't
over
do
at
it
you
like
when
a
you
predator.
need to yell.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
All right, here
Hey,
we go.
Eli, can you put the mic a little bit more towards the guitar, too?
Yeah.
All right, here
Thanks,
we go.
man. There
How's
we
that
go.
right there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's try it.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti, tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti, tu familia. De todo corazón.
Yeah! My man,
So
my
good.
man.
So good. That is so good. Dude, thank you for
rock.
coming in.
Hold it.
Appreciate
He's
it.
not
Whoa.
done.
Oh, what's he got? More?
I
Another
asked
check?
him- no, not another check. I asked him if he would please play a song for us.
All right,
before he
let's do
left.
it.
By the way, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And you're one of our favorites, for sure. I mean, we have a great audience, but I tell you, we love you, Eli. I'm a huge fan, and I appreciate you.
Thank you to Rep Andrade for
And-
for making you one of our friends.
Yes. And next mission for you is try electronics.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Man.
yeah, we want. I'm doing this for Try Electronics, so we're challenging you, Eli.
All right,
so.
next challenge is on.
Electronics. All right. All right, so I hope you know this song, man.
I hope so
think,
too. We'll find out.
It's really early in the morning for me to be singing,
Oh, get
so
out
my
of here.
vocals aren't where they need to be. I'm
Much
being a
better than
diva
all of
about
ours
it,
combined. So.
But it's got a lot of cool falsettos in it, so I think the mayor will.
Oh no, I better drink some coffee.
25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope
Oh, I love this one.
for a destination. I realized quickly when I knew I should, the world was made up of this brotherhood of man. Or whatever that means. Falsetto time. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed, just to let it all out. What's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? Now I know we all know it.
And
but
I said,
hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? One more time. And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
That's my karaoke song.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
cannot
You
be
rock,
having
dude.
Eli in.
Hey, Eli, how do people get a hold of you? They wanted you to play an event or something like that.
Oh, man. Put me on the spot. They can email me.
Yeah, why don't you put your email out?
Eliezer Hernandez 27 at yahoo.com. That's
Elizer Hernandez.
Elizar.
Actually, Elieze.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Do that again.
Hernandez. Eliezer Hernandez 27 at yahoo.com.
Hernandez27 at yahoo.com.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
if and they could reach out to you. You could play like weddings. You could play.
Weddings. We actually just played a wedding last week.
Nice.
Got a couple great
Are you
parties
solo
coming
or
up.
you have a band playing with you?
Duo. Me and a buddy play together.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we
Right.
got a couple of things coming up.
Well,
we're
maybe
excited
next time we'll
about.
bring the buddy in and you guys could.
That would be cool.
Treat
You
us-
are
treat
our
us, man.
resident musician at Lockpod.
That's
I
it.
appreciate
We
you.
only have
You're the
one.
best.
We'll only ever have one.
Seriously, brother. It's great to see
Thanks,
you.
Eli.
Tell Mike we
Thanks,
said hey.
Yes,
We
sir, will
appreciate
do.
you. That's Eli Hernandez, the great Eli, the great musician. Don't forget your check, brother. We
And your
appreciate
phone.
you. Seriously.
Be in touch with Tortillas Nuevo León.
My
Cool.
man, my man. We already told them, and they appreciate it, and hopefully they'll be in touch with you.
All right.
All right, man. What's up?
All right. I
All right,
think we're checking in. We're going to do we're now our next guest.
Hey, hold on. Before we bring him in, I want to repeat what Lindsay said earlier, just to keep on hitting it home. We do this every Tuesday and Friday. Like and follow our podcast on Facebook, Left of Center Podcast, on Twitter, @LockPod, or on YouTube. Like and share. Every Tuesday and Friday mornings, we're on live at 7:30 a.m., but now you can listen wherever you want and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or the Spotify app by searching for Left of Center.
Hey, you know what, Mayor, before we forget, we talked about on our Twitter feed last night and our Facebook feed about the fact that you had a cancellation at Fest, which was kind of a bummer. Mm-hmm. But you should have some good news coming up.
We have a crazy busy show today, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the OJs canceled,
and it wasn't because they didn't want to come.
Nice. Hey, Dean, how's it going? Come on in.
Why did they cancel?
The lead singer was ill. Is ill. Right. I don't know.
So we wish them our best, obviously.
And the lead singer is the only original member of the OJs, if I understood correctly. And then it was like, okay, we literally have a backup band. I mean, all due respect to the band, right? But like without the original lead singer of the OJs, it was like a different thing that we paid for. Mm-hmm. And we talked to the agent, and we decided to work around this issue, and we're hoping that the OJs come back in 2022. But in the meantime, we're working on another Wednesday night, and we're done with it, right?
It's going to be good. Yeah, I mean, basically,
we can't talk about it.
We're waiting
right
for
now.
the paperwork. We're going to announce on Tuesday.
We could actually probably talk about it, but we're not going to, because until the paperwork's done, it's not legal, right?
But it was amazing turnaround by the agent, so thank you to Adam. He did an unbelievable, phenomenal job, and we're going to have a good announcement on Tuesday for the new Wednesday night show at the Fest.
I have a feeling the younger generation
it's going to be fun.
Is going to be happier with the announcement we're making about Wednesday. It really went from like Motown to more like 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
You know,
it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
All right.
And multiple acts, by the way. We're going to have 2 headliners, co-headliners, and a great opener. So it's going to be a great night. What's the matter?
Dean Button.
Oh, Dean brought me a plant.
Hi, good morning.
Dean brought you a plant?
Nice to see you, Dean. Hey, where's your guitar, man? The last guy was just playing music.
That is a really tough act to follow.
Yeah, I would say.
I mean,
for an engineer?
No, I mean, you set up the best act for the end, and I'm like, this is all out of order.
Dean's like, I should have been the lead off.
The first guy gave me a cool haircut. You notice this? I got my triathlon haircut.
Yeah. He's got his fade.
Something else Dean can't do.
I'm wondering if Freddie could, if I could pay Freddie a finder's fee. I could use some, right?
It's funny,
do you see the hair on that guy?
I know, man.
I am so hair jealous. It's
unbelievable.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we want to welcome Dean Button, who is by day is a city engineer and by night is a former Ironman triathlete.
You did. Yeah. How long did you have to train for the Ironman?
8 months. Straight. 8 months straight.
So let's go through, because what I'm about to do, I'm going to do close to a mile swim in open water. And then I'm going to do 24 miles on the bike.
About 25 miles.
And then run
10K.
10K.
6.2 miles.
So that's hard, obviously.
No question.
Ironman is much harder. Can you talk about what the 3 are on? Look at that's you
there.
Right
it is.
there.
There's Dean.
That's
Finishing.
like a different person. Same haircut though.
I know. I'm half the man in that picture than I am now.
Same haircut.
Half the man you used to be.
Yeah.
Look
so
at you.
The camera adds, 100 pounds.
You were like incredibly skinny there. Not that
I was in great shape.
Yeah, but like that's crazy. How old were you there?
I was 49. I got done a month before I turned 50.
Really?
That is a pretty cool thing to do before you hit 50.
Yeah, it was awesome. So it's a 2.4 mile swim.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
So, right. It's a 4K swim. Right, and it's a 112 mile bicycle.
That sucks. I've done the most I've done on my bike, and I'm a huge cyclist, as you know. I've done 60 in my
112.
I couldn't feel I couldn't feel like my under region. My undercarriage was hurt.
112.
Yeah, you got to work on that.
Yeah, you have no feeling anymore, probably.
No, I mean you have to have the right setup for your bike, right? You got to get comfortable. I mean that's really.
Dean,
all
what's like when you were doing 112 miles? Like, what's your average mile per hour on 112 miles?
14.
So I did my it was a 6-hour bike. My race was a 6-hour bike, so I want to say it was probably around that. Yeah, a little bit faster.
Yeah,
but really, what I was doing on that race is I was keeping my heart rate at 145.
That was like your goal. That was what you were watching.
I couldn't go
the
over
whole
it.
time.
I couldn't go over it because if I did, I would burn out too quickly.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Plus,
I know how to keep my heart rate down, and like because if you're going to go for extended period of time, you know.
Yeah,
Especially a marathon at the
yeah,
end.
yeah. So the swim was really cool because it's kind of disgusting, but it was in the Ohio River, right? So that's not the best type of swimming situation. But it was actually my fastest ever splits because you swim with the river.
Nice.
Oh,
Right? So that was pretty cool. I got a little in trouble. I got too far out, and the river was carrying me down, and I had to basically turn 90 degrees to shore to get to shore because I was running out of time to get out. And
what do you mean? They have a time on when you have to be out of the water?
No, so the river current was pushing me so fast downstream,
right?
And I was so
like
far
Tennessee.
offshore.
It's like Dean's in Tennessee.
Yeah, I was, and so I turned 90
How did he
degrees
get to
the
Kentucky?
shore to get back to shore. Yeah, it was crazy. And then it was 13 hours and 21 minutes was my finish. We did a time trial start, so I was 2 minutes, whatever, from race clock start. But my finish was the longest 13 hours and 21 minutes of my life. Louisville, Kentucky, beautiful rolling hills on the
How's
the
that
bike.
running?
Yeah, the run was flat. The run was pretty flat, but you go by Churchill Downs.
But it's a marathon.
Full marathon, yeah, and it's was more of a shuffle. So that my Ironman marathon was 5:30, right?
What's that?
Five hours,
right?
So
Yeah,
9 minutes or 9 minutes or 4 hours. You're right. 9 minute miles are 4
So
hours.
I was shuffling
10 plus. Dude, that's faster than I'm going to do tomorrow or Sunday. I'm going to do 12s.
Well, Dean's an Ironman.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. It was the time of my life. I worked so hard. And then I just started getting into
Is that when you were at SEH?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought this really expensive time trial bike. I don't know if you have that picture, John, but it was a Trek carbon fiber TT bike, and it was.
You went all in.
I spent $6,000 on a bicycle.
Whoa.
Right?
My bike was
just for the Ironman.
I think my bike is like 35.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. I mean,
but mine's not top of the line though. Mine's good though.
No, it's carbon fiber, right?
Yeah,
you have disc brakes on that.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Right.
So that's the way to
Spend
go.
more money on my bike.
They didn't really do a lot of that.
You have disc brakes on yours.
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Yeah,
they didn't do a lot of that when I was racing. It was starting to come out, but
it was the rubber on the.
Yeah, it was they were carbon fiber wheels, but they were just calipers.
So Dean, let's fast forward to what we got coming this weekend, which is Leon's, right? So let's talk about Leon's race just in general. How many years has Leon's been around, and how many years in Hammond?
Oh man, you're taking some of my stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well,
so Leon started.
Well, you don't have to. This is part of the
1980.
game.
No, we'll figure it out. 1983, right? Leon started.
I would have figured that out.
And
when Dad was mayor.
In about 1989, he came to Hammond.
Right, that's right.
Oh,
started in Hobart.
Yeah, started in Hobart.
He still does a Hobart.
He does.
Right.
He does.
He's busy, but this is his big event. I mean, it's really it's grassroots, right? I mean, a lot of the effort that is done through Leon's Triathlon is a lot by volunteers, a lot by donations. He's got big support from the Walmart Foundation, big support from Home Depot. Right, they're helping him a lot through the race, and then just hands-on volunteers. The flagman comes up from St. Louis, and there's thousands of flags that you'll see on the course.
And
it's just fantastic.
He's really focused in recent years on veterans and especially disabled veterans, right? That are a big part of this event.
And disabled athletes of any kind, right? There's a Dare to Try group out of Chicago that they have. I would say probably 30 athletes that come and do this race.
Pretty inspiring.
And yeah, totally, right? I mean, and he tells a story where, where's the chairs for coming out of the swim? And he's like, what do you mean chairs? The athletes have to put their prosthetic on when they come out of the water.
Damn,
I mean, it's all these things that you don't think about in a race that you really have to try to make work for.
Yeah,
for everyone to be participatory for everyone to.
Is it nervous for me to be nervous? I mean, is it normal to be nervous?
You should absolutely be nervous,
Good.
but I will tell you,
I am covered on that then.
Yeah. So you need to get a good night's sleep tonight.
I was going to ask. What should the mayor be doing on Friday and Saturday pre-tri?
Yeah, I mean Saturday is you're not going to rest, right? You're not going to get a good night's sleep. So tonight is the night.
I sleep well.
That's good.
I'm a champion sleeper.
But how are you when you're in school taking tests, right? How'd you feel?
I would go to bed the night before.
You sleep
I would
okay?
never. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was always.
Dude, I'm a sleeper.
Even for the bar?
You know what? The night before I took the bar, I was with Marissa, and you know what? I always prepare so well that I'm of the opinion you can't like the night before the test, there's nothing you could do.
Yeah.
So I'm always the guy
Same
that's
here.
I'm going to bed. I'm just gonna take it easy today.
What are you going to
'cause
cram at that
If
point?
I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it. It's not like I'm gonna be able to bust.
Don't
my
hop
butt.
in the pool Saturday night and do a mile swim.
I'm not
just to
gonna do a mile
prepare.
swim in my
True,
pool.
true. Don't overdo it. Your training is everything that's already been.
I was thinking
You
about
can't go
going on a
back
bike
and
ride
redo it.
today.
I would just go easy.
Yeah,
go really easy.
right.
You know,
Bike's
just
easy for me.
spin high cadence. Right. Don't do any real
Climbing
effort
or
at
anything,
all.
right,
Just
yeah.
don't do any effort. Just work the
Don't
work
work
the
out.
muscle.
Spin
Just
high
take a nap.
cadence.
High cadence. Right. I mean, you just want to keep your legs moving,
Right.
keep
So-
them warm and stuff.
So,
like
Dean,
that.
you've
Lots
got
of bananas.
some trivia for us. Let's
Yeah.
try trivia.
I do. So I figured that you have to know about how to race, right? I mean, you need to know the rules.
Yeah,
And
I don't want to
so
disqualify myself because I'm a dumbass.
That would be bad.
And so
Right.
That'd be
yeah,
disappointing.
so I
Cause
went
an
through the
incident?
rule book and I picked the questions that I think that Mayor would find to be the most appropriate in his race. So we
All
want
right,
to be
this is
ready.
gonna be
Be
fun.
aware of.
Thanks.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
I love it.
So first several are true and false.
Oh, wait.
I'm
So-
gonna fail miserably.
Yeah,
Is
grab
this-
those boards.
Is just-
Oh, I
your
love the
okay,
boards.
even better.
boards.
Here we go.
All right.
So somebody needs to keep score.
All right.
I'll keep
Somebody,
score.
yeah, thank you.
Ready.
because-
And they have not
Because-
seen these questions in
because there
advance.
are-
We
No.
have not seen these questions. How many questions are there? I like to properly prepare.
50.
Well, so we took the last one out, so there's 11.
All right, let's see how we do.
Oh, you're writing them all down
Dude, I'm
separately.
prepared.
Dean's
This
like,
is
there's
awesome.
74 questions.
I was doing the same thing.
Let's get into it.
Good, yeah, this is great. Yeah.
See, this is like emblematic
You're
of who
taking
I
the
am as a
LSAT
I
person.
agree.
again.
I'm just
Right? I'm like totally prepared. I got all my
Same thing.
numbers written
Freaking
down.
lawyers, man.
No erasers.
Thought we would just take it
remove the erasers.
one
How
Okay.
many
We're not
true and
check-
false?
7 true and false.
All right,
Okay.
so first 7 are on
one
that
multiple
side.
Don't be
choice.
looking at my stuff.
Don't worry.
You tried to cheat.
And the
on me.
last 3 should
don't
be
need to.
very easy since it was, well, you know,
All right.
the last easy we already talked about.
All right, number
Okay,
1.
let's go.
Number 1, true or false? Participants are required to display their race number at all times during the event.
Okay, got it. Keep going.
Okay.
No,
Is this
let's,
all about
Oh,
you?
answers?
We'll do
I'm
it each
just
by.
messing. No, yeah, okay.
I think we should do answers.
Okay, good.
No,
good.
no.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
Let's
really?
do it. All right,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's
I figure he goes through all
Show
of them.
I thought you were going to show them as we go.
Okay,
All right,
yeah,
sure.
let's go. Okay.
True.
The winner. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
failure to display
What do
your
they
race
do about the
number.
water? It's on my. Is it on my head?
No, you'll get
Tattooed.
You'll get sharpied. They'll write your race number
Good.
on your
Right.
arms and on your leg, but you'll be covered up, so that's okay.
Let me
Your-
ask you a
your-
question.
Your suit will cover
Since
your
we're
arms
talking
and
about
legs.
this, so now, if I have a Sharpie on my arm, because it's supposed to be hot, can I take my shirt off even if the number's on it, and if as long as the number's visible on my arm,
Yeah,
so I could take my shirt off,
you could.
and if the number's visible on my arm, that's good enough. There you go, ladies.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, if you're watching,
Yeah.
Tom's taking
If
his
you're
shirt
listening,
off
Brad,
Sunday.
come on, Brad.
But
Do it-
on
do it for
but
me,
on
Brad.
the bike, it is your bicycle helmet will have a sticker,
Uh-huh.
and your bicycle will also have a race number on
Awesome,
it. And
okay.
that's how they identify you, so you don't have to take the jersey off.
But if I because I'm gonna have a bike jersey on the bike, and then when I get done,
run.
I was thinking of just taking off out,
Yeah, I don't
just going
think
in my
that-
shorts. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying, ladies?
Okay.
Just running.
You
For
have
you,
a
you
wife and a
would
daughter.
be you would be okay. Yeah, we'll have to get
So as long as I
later.
have to-
Later, we have more follow up
Okay,
questions.
all right.
All right,
Good.
Question 2.
Question 2: wetsuits are legal for all races.
What do you mean?
Every triathlon.
Like,
Legal
I'm ready.
for all
I'm ready.
races.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Answers.
False.
Double. Oh man, right on.
You know
guys are
what? Because
good.
we're lawyers. Because you can't say all. If you say all, there's some random
There's
race
some-
out there.
Yeah,
like
see,
that's like no
Yeah, like if the
wetsuits.
water's too warm, or a
Right.
sprint maybe, or
Or
something.
there's a
Right.
nude marathon somewhere.
nude marathon, right?
Right.
The
And they're like,
nude
you can't
tribe.
have it.
The nude tribe.
Nudes
I
and
love
popping.
it. Well, let's just say
So you
John
can't throw all
John
at
didn't
us
do
like
as
that.
well
Like-
as you guys are
I
doing.
didn't
taking
get
the
one
bar
question
exam.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Oh, John's
so for
doing it.
temperatures above 78 degrees, wetsuits are allowed, but you're not eligible for awards. Wetsuits are forbidden for water temperatures over 84 degrees. So if the temperature
You're
in the
insane
water-
if you wear a wetsuit.
You're
nuts.
So
84.
you would be cheating, though, is what you're saying. Because I wore my wetsuit last week in the
Yep.
open water, and it was totally buoyant, which is awesome.
Yep.
I was floating on my back easily.
That's great.
Yeah.
but
Safety
you,
too.
But you'll
Yeah.
hurt yourself, right? You'll
Dehydrate.
Overheat.
Yeah.
overheat in the suit. Yeah,
Right.
thanks.
What's the water going to be on?
I checked it this morning. It was 70 on the
Dang, man,
surface.
it's gonna be
on the
nice. It's
surface.
gonna be
Don't-
hot.
Yeah, deeper it gets much colder.
It gets a little bit colder.
Well, I'm
and
not
then-
going deep unless something bad happens. So, like,
Don't go deep.
I'm not going deep.
All right,
Not
number
going in
3,
deep.
Dean.
Yeah. True or false, of course.
Yes.
Participants must wear their bike helmet with a chin strap securely fastened at all times in possession of their bicycle.
True.
It is true.
Kevin and I are both true.
What'd you say?
I love it.
John?
Yeah, you have to.
Even though it said always,
I heard
like,
they're
this is
real
something.
anal. No, I heard they're
Seems
real
important.
anal. It's like a flat rule. Like if you take off your bike helmet, you're out. Like right.
Now, okay, yeah. So the helmet must be worn with the chin strap secured before the bicycle is removed from the rack.
Oh, that's important to know.
Right?
That is important to know.
And must be worn until the bike is replaced in the rack upon completion of the bike
glad we're doing
segment.
That is very important.
Because I've seen racers come out of transition with their helmet on backwards and their chin strap hanging, and I work bike in out, right? That's my spot, and that's where you'll see me. And if you're not, if you have chin strap out, that's a time penalty.
Wow.
I was going to ask, what's the penalty if Kevin forgets and does this?
Most penalties are time penalties.
What does that mean? They add a couple minutes?
30 seconds?
There'll be 2 minutes, 4 minutes.
whoa.
8
They just add it
minutes,
to the
and
end,
then
or they make you sit there?
They'll just in this race they'll add it to the end of your time.
Okay.
How do they keep track of that?
Ironman.
Well, you're
They're just like that number. Screw it.
Yeah, they write the number down. The referee writes the number down, and they track it, and then they give it to the timer at the end, and they add that to your time.
Well, that'd be hilarious if you finish with like an excellent score or like a time, and then they're just like, "Yeah, but you did all these things wrong, and you got an hour added to your time."
That happens in golf too.
Yeah.
Screw up your scorecard, and you could lose the tournament. All right. Question 4.
Question 4. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that.
He's a taskmaster, isn't he?
Participants are allowed to listen to personal audio devices during the race.
Kevin says false. Tom says false.
It is false.
All right.
Use of a headset, radio, or personal audio device, or any item deemed dangerous by the head referee is a violation of USA Triathlon rules and subject to a time penalty.
Can you have your audio device playing?
Nope.
Just
I looked at the rule book. It said no audio device.
You have to
at
be
all.
stuck in your own head.
Not even if it's just.
I looked at the rules before today.
Okay.
No
Dad,
audio
you're
at all.
screwed. Sorry.
You're on your own thoughts. You and your thoughts.
What the hell am I going to do?
Just think, sing.
Sing? Yeah.
California.
Yes. Just do that the whole time. With the hand. There's the mayor.
How do you know? Because he's singing Tupac.
There's a new jingle I heard.
You could do that.
Tortilla Nueva's
Unbelievable.
Leon.
Yeah.
I love that jingle already.
Yeah.
All right, number 5.
Four non-blondes. True or false? Participants are allowed to urinate in remote areas.
I'm going to go with. All right, I'm ready. Number 5.
I say false.
It's a tiebreaker here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is false.
Oh,
public
good.
nudity or indecent exposure at any time during the event is prohibited.
Hey,
So
you're gonna go to
what if you
jail.
have to
What
pee?
kind of society do you live in?
Pee in the
You'll
water.
Kevin loves peeing in public. Man.
Pee in
Kevin's
your
just like,
wetsuit.
yeah,
John,
whip it out. No
John,
problem, right?
It said remote areas.
That's what I
yeah,
said.
it was a setup, dude.
Yeah, it was
like,
a setup.
It was a setup.
You can't-
You
cannot-
want to be my lawyer.
public
I just
nudity.
thought if you needed to
You wanna
pee
be
and
my
you wanted to
latex
run off
salesman.
into the ditch, you could do that.
You would be subject to disqualification.
You think
All right.
Leon's is going to be
No.
like, yeah, piss in a ditch, no problem.
No.
Like, that's
What
a
if
good
you don't
policy,
pull it
right?
out?
What if you really have to go?
You go on yourself.
Well,
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
It's
run
not
you run the risk.
You
right?
run the risk.
That's what Chris
And
said. He's
so
like, what if you
if-
don't pull it out?
If you don't
Like,
pull it out,
So I'm gonna.
and
Yeah.
you just go ahead and go.
Yeah.
Go deeper.
yeah, just pee in your
Hold
wetsuit.
it. So
No, I
haven't
mean,
you ever
you're
seen
right.
those pictures of like the marathoner that craps himself right in the middle of the race?
Yes.
They don't disqualify him. He crapped himself.
Keeps running.
That
That's
wasn't
right.
in a remote
That's-
place.
I'm-
That was in a public.
That was
I'm gonna-
in the last
was
stretch.
defecating in a
If
public place.
I hate to say
Time
it,
to
but
start over.
if I have to crap myself, I'm going to go off into the woods because I'm the damn mayor. I can't
gonna
be
risk
crapping
it.
myself. I'm going to lose votes.
He's a shitty mayor.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would get a lot of views. Remember that
All
time
right.
Mayor ran a triathlon and crapped himself? I am not going to do that.
That'd be
Your
you'd be a
political
YouTube
career
sensation.
was
I would
over.
be, yeah, dude. I'd be done.
Finally,
At least I'm a YouTube sensation.
John, finally, Lockpod makes it. It just
Yeah.
took like Tom to crap himself in a triathlon.
I don't know. Yeah.
Number 6.
Okay.
Number six.
Thanks for keeping the
Why do people
number, 'cause
watch
I'm,
this show?
I'm completely
I wonder all the time. So.
Littering on the course is strictly prohibited.
Oh, that's
It's actually strictly enforced.
interesting. Okay. All right.
So the answers are,
I'm going to go true.
of
I got
course,
true.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
true,
Yeah.
true. So trash, discarded equipment, right? Personal gear may only be disposed at established aid stations. Right?
Okay, so I get a flat tire. I got to change my tire. I got to change my tube. I have to carry my tube to the aid station and
You
then
can't
throw it
chuck
out.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
you
I
you
get,
can't
I get
take
a
it
flat
with you.
tire. Game's over.
You're throwing your bike in the ditch.
Yeah, I'm
changing
just
my
walking
tune up.
home.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
What?
Fix your tire.
I'm not fixing my tire.
Fix your tire.
Game's over if I get a flat tire.
Come
I just got
on.
my
You
bike.
gotta finish.
You gotta
I
fix
just
it.
got my bike worked on last night.
You gotta
like my bike
finish.
is brand new.
Just gotta finish.
If I get a
bro.
flat tire, it's God telling me it was not supposed to happen. Okay.
2022.
I'm not gonna. First off, I'm not gonna get a flat tire
That's
because
what we
I
wanna
just got
hear.
my bike
I'm not
serviced
either.
by Ridge Cycle. You know, Jeff Herrick, who is a friend.
And doesn't buy a sponsorship package for us.
Oh.
Well,
Whoa.
nonetheless, Jeff Herrick is a
Whoa.
gentleman, and I could literally I told him, "Hey, man, I got this race," and he's like, "Bring it in, Mayor," and I brought it in. He got it done in one day,
Nice.
and
I
so
know a
I'm
couple-
sure I'm not going to get a flat. But thank you, Jeff Herrick and Ridge
That is
Cycle.
my biggest fear.
I know-
Located right there on Ridge Road, right off of Klein Avenue.
I
so.
know a couple of athletes that got new rubber on their
Yes.
on their bicycles.
Thank you, Dean
before the
Button.
race,
Thank
yeah.
you. Number
Did you say
7.
nude rubber?
Nude rubber.
New.
Nude rubber.
In a remote
New-
location.
I do slur sometimes. So John, I appreciate
This
that.
early in the
Chelsea
morning, too.
Button would be the other one who got new rubber on
nice.
her.
What does that mean,
not
new tire?
nude. Yeah, she got new tires.
Okay.
All right. Number 7.
Participants are allowed to appeal penalty decisions imposed by the referee.
This one's a sneaky one.
We should have music right here, like
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in. I say true.
I say true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, what kind of society would that be? You
That's-
know, it's like China. You
Yeah.
cannot appeal.
China.
Yeah, what kind of? This is America.
This is America.
This is
You're
America.
allowed-
America.
America. Damn it.
7 out of
What the- I don't know
7
about
out of
this.
7 for the mayor. 6 out of 7 for his
so
lawyer.
I don't know if you can see this for the viewing audience.
We can.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
cool.
not looking
Wait,
at my phone.
I'm covering up
behind
my.
you.
I'm
No,
covering-
well,
Did you see it?
I mean,
covering up.
I
so
did
you
not.
you
I
guys
didn't- I'm
can
not
you guys
looking.
can see it too.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I'm covering up my.
These
my
are
iPad.
these are going to
Oh.
be what I read off as, and I'll show you this while
Wait,
after I. But
okay.
I want the audience to
All right,
see
all right.
what we're talking about, and then I'll show you guys so you can choose.
Okay.
So this is your only multiple choice question.
All right.
Okay.
In the cycling
Question
segment,
number 8.
In the cycling
Yeah,
sequence.
yeah. In this during cycling. So
Yes.
this is germane for
Yes, thank you.
Corporation Counsel Kevin Smith. Which of the following is not considered a position foul?
Which of the
Right.
following is
So
not
there's one of these.
considered a position foul?
One of
So
these
you
is
could do
not,
this one.
One of these is not a penalty.
Everything
Right.
everything on
else
this
is
list
a
you can
penalty.
do.
Is a penalty, except for one thing.
One of these things on the list is not considered a penalty.
Right.
Good.
So everything's
Let
a
me see
penalty
it.
except one.
Can I see it?
Okay. Yep.
Here we
Or
go.
do I have to like guess?
Well, no, I'm going to read them off too.
Okay,
So
okay.
I wanna,
One
I
of
wanna read
these you
them
could do.
Penalty.
Right. So A would be drafting. B would be right of way. C would be failure to yield. D would be passing. E would be position. And F would be overtaking.
Dude,
One is not a penalty.
Right. 5 of these are penalties. 1 is not a penalty.
I'm a cyclist.
Right,
I don't
I got
know
it.
what a
I
couple
think-
of these things are.
Yeah, I don't know what position is, but okay.
Okay, I'm gonna guess.
I'm going to guess too.
Maybe you guys aren't as
So
prepared as you
basically,
thought you
we're
were.
looking for what is not the penalty.
What is not the penalty?
Hmm.
I'm going to put my guess. I'm putting my second guess in parentheses.
Oh, doesn't matter. Your
I
first
know,
guess is
but I just want to know. I
All
was
right, what'd you
thinking
say?
it out.
I said D.
I said D with
Yeah.
my second guess F.
At least we both go down together.
The correct answer would be failure to yield. That's number C.
That
Letter
is
C.
not a
Letter
penalty.
C?
Letter C. Number C. Letter
Failure to
C.
yield is not a penalty.
It's not a penalty.
Okay.
Passing is.
Passing is a penalty.
So what do you do
Passing-
on your bike? How do I
can't pass
how do I
people?
go over? How do I go past someone?
A participant who approaches another cyclist from the rear or from another unfavorable position bears the responsibility for avoiding a position foul, even if the cyclist being approached alters the speed.
Okay, can I pass someone?
How do I pass people?
No, so here's what happens. You have a box that you create around you in cycling, right? So there's no drafting, right? You're not allowed to
Right,
draft,
right.
and that box is 2 meters wide, centered on you, and 1 meter on either side, and 7 meters behind you. So about 25 feet.
Wow.
Oh, you can't
about
follow
the,
at all.
About the length of a car, right? You can you have 15 seconds to make your pass. You can't just get in within 25 and just stay in that stream. You have to make to go.
Or it's a
past them.
passing foul.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
And so positioning is you are preventing the other player or the other participant from getting around you.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's positioning. You're not
You're-
passing me.
you're in a position,
You're going to move
yeah.
around. Okay, gotcha. All right, interesting.
Oh, so you're like going back and forth to try to block them?
That is
Positioning.
Failure to
failure to
yield.
yield. No, you can't failure.
there's no failure to
I
yield,
gotcha.
right? I mean, the failure to yield is more of a traffic sort of.
I gotcha. So hold it. So now I'm the center of the box, and the box goes 7 meters behind me.
Right.
And nobody could get in anywhere within 2 meters around me or 7 meters
Meter
behind
either
me.
side.
Once they get close, you really should get out of the slipstream
Until you're in your own little jet stream.
and go around them.
Right, okay.
But
But what
you
if I'm what if Kevin's going 16 miles an hour and I'm going 16.3? So I don't pass him that quick, but I'm passing him.
You have 15 seconds to pass. You better speed up. You have 15 seconds to pass.
So in other words, you got to get up to 17 as you're passing and keep moving.
And then once you get past,
Dad's like, oh
the-
God,
the-
I'm gonna get in trouble.
the bicyclist in front has the right of way, right? And if you when you go to pass, once you're in front, you have the right of way.
Gotcha.
And so they have to yield.
So there's
to
no
you.
there's no 7 meter box in front of you.
The box starts at the front of your
There you
bicycle.
go. Okay, that makes sense.
And
So
have
once you
this-
pass him, you could go.
you can come over,
And he's got to yield to you.
He's got to yield.
But it doesn't matter
He's
because
gotta
then
yield.
he has to yield to you.
He has to yield to you, and you have to. He has to get out of your box.
Oh
right?
wow! So he has to
I'm glad,
theoretically.
I'm
fade
glad
back.
we're doing this.
This is good. All right.
Just be mindful. Don't ride to the left, right? You need to stay to the right most of the time when you're on your bike, because if you ride to the left, you have you're preventing the bicyclists
That are
behind
faster?
you from going around
So you pass to the
because you
left.
have to pass on the left.
Like
you
the
have to
highway.
pass him.
Well, in most races, yeah. It's,
Okay.
So there was
You
one
cannot
race
pass on the right.
was one race I did, Chicago Triathlon. You had to pass on the right.
Do they talk shit to each other? Like, get the hell out of the way, and
I
Is
have
there like any fighting?
I have. It's like you got to move over, bro.
Is there any
Get
fighting
over.
like in the water?
Is
and
that how you do it?
Oh, there's fighting in the
You gotta move over,
not in
bro.
this race. I wouldn't expect.
Fisticuffs.
I wouldn't expect this race. You're going to see people, but like
I'm fighting. I'm fighting somebody.
my very first triathlon was in Valparaiso, and they were talking about how great this race was, and it's great for beginners. And I'm not a very good swimmer, and the wave behind me caught me and the lead swimmer grabbed my ankle and
Sounds like
yanked me backwards.
Sounds like fun.
to get position, right?
Wow.
And nobody could see that, right? But if
What a
I'd have known that was
jag-off.
going to happen, I
What
would
a
have taken a
jag-off.
swing at him.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
You're not
I got
gonna
to
see
tell
that
you,
too
the
much.
more this trivia goes on, the look in Kevin and Tom's eyes, like maybe they didn't study enough for the test.
I did
And now
not
they're
study enough.
panicking.
No, this is like
Did you
stuff
read the
they need
rule
to
book,
know.
Dad?
No.
Can
Oh,
I
God.
ask you guys something? Because
I
this
was too
came up
busy
in the
trying
chat.
to get ready for the goddamn race, Like,
You're
now I
right.
got this freaking huge test.
Hey, this came up in the chat.
You
not
don't
gonna
you don't
sleep
ride
tonight.
with other people.
Yes,
right?
John.
I mean,
I
you're
ride
just
by
stay
myself.
away from other people,
Okay.
right? That's really
I'm good
Stay
at that.
away
I'm good
from
at
other
that.
people.
I'm staying the hell away.
Don't
Sounds
let
like
them
I'm a
grab your
loner.
ankle in the water.
I am a loner.
John.
in the run. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal.
So Tom's a big fan of Ridge Cyclery, right?
Yes.
This just came up the chat, and I've heard this before. So can we set the record straight on this?
Yeah.
Someone in chat said they'll never go back there because they were rude. Do they? What are their personalities
Well,
like
you've
there?
talked about this, Dad. Like, if you're a serious cyclist, they will
Yeah.
they'll meet with you, but they don't
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
the basic bikes. They don't.
Jeff's pretty serious about
Yeah,
cycling.
He wants
I can tell you,
professional grade bikes.
Jeff
only.
is an awesome guy. He wants to make sure that if you're going to be taking bikes in there to get fixed, that they're good bikes. Like, you don't go buy a bike at Walmart and then when it breaks, expect Jeff to drop everything to fix it. I think that's where he's coming
And he's
from.
not going to like.
That's fair.
Can I
doesn't
get some
want
training
Walmart
wheels on
bikes.
this bike?
Right.
And that's not what Jeff does.
But like, I my first bike was a Specialized, and I brought it into him, and there was a person in front of me that brought in a Kmart bike, and we were both in line, and Jeff was like, "Dude, you buy a Kmart bike, you get what a Kmart expects. This bike is going to break. It's not going to last. So what do you want me to do? You bought a shitty bike, right?" And it's acting like shit. And then I was right behind this person, and I'm like, oh, man, so he's not going to help me. So I turned my bike around. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, and I didn't know him at the time. I'm like, well, I just heard you're not going to be able to help that person. So like, I got my bike here. I'm just going to leave now, right?
I'm just going to
And
walk
he's like,
away.
he goes, let me see that. And I brought it over. He looks at it, Specialized. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a nice bike. I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, it'll be ready tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. So like I go home and I was like perplexed. And then the next day I go back. I'm like,
It's like the soup Nazi in
I'm like-
Seinfeld. I'm going to decide who's going
No
to get
soup for
service
you.
here.
I was like, what's
Yeah.
the deal, dude? And he goes, no, man. The person bought a bike at Kmart and they expect me to freaking fix it. I'm not
I
going
would
to fix
just
it.
consider him very dedicated to his craft. You
But
know, he's
like
this
he
is
sells
what-
good bikes.
Yeah.
Why would you buy a shitty bike and not buy it from him? And then when your shitty bike breaks, you bring it in and expect him to drop everything
Well,
and fix
some
it.
people don't know. They go to the local cycle
I
shop.
agree,
'cause
but
they
like I
this
think
is where
that's
I'm
where
gonna
he's
go.
coming from. So I think Jeff's awesome. I think his staff is awesome. I go there,
Yeah, I do
and like
too.
he's super responsive, and like I know he's got core customers. But if you buy a bad bike, I don't think they're too super pleasant.
Well,
All right,
it
Dean.
is about customer service too, right? right? I mean, at some point, hopefully,
But honestly-
they come back and buy a real bike, right?
Right.
Buy a big
yeah.
boy bike.
But like honestly, I think he's got so much business that he has to prioritize.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
And he's
a,
like,
that
it's
makes
a
sense.
nice
Yeah.
problem to have. High class
Yeah,
problem.
you only have
Right.
so many mechanics.
All right,
working on
Dean,
bikes.
we're rolling
Okay,
here.
we got
We're going
three
way
more
over.
questions. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
okay.
About that. Okay.
We're a
These
podcast,
Are, these are
as the
easy
mayor
because we
reminds
covered
me.
them
We're
earlier.
a podcast. We can stay on.
What's
all
the
day.
swim distance you're doing
John,
on
you'll
Sunday?
be here till noon.
And
All
you
right.
and you can
This
do
is
it.
a
You
good
could do
question.
you could do it
I
in
don't know exactly.
meters, or meters is easier. But if you can do it either any one of these three questions,
All right, ready.
meters
Is it
or
like is there like a
or
range
miles,
or is
either
it
way.
exactly the number?
You know, we'll be cool with
Okay.
you, right? I mean,
All right. Ready to roll?
Yeah, the next one. Well,
Yes,
we'll just
number
wait,
9.
yeah, so we'll wait. We'll hold off on these. What's the bike distance?
Oh, jeez, Pete.
True.
I operate in round numbers.
True.
All the time.
Well, and if you're in kilometers, it is a round number, because that's why they were based.
Oh,
It's
really? Hold
Olympic
on, let me
distance.
think about this. Then.
If you want to do kilometers, it's a nice round number. And then obviously the last one would be what's your run distance?
Run distance. No, that's
Well, it's Olympic. Yeah, it's Olympic distance triathlon.
We do this
so
in
it's-
miles. That they don't make any sense.
We have miles.
We're Americans. We do miles and feet.
We can give it you to the 100th of a mile if you'd like.
All right,
We
got
measure
it. I'm
things
ready.
by hands.
Okay, what's your answers?
I said 40K, 24.8 miles.
I said
Oh.
40K, 26 miles.
Wait
I
a
did quick
minute,
math.
Kevin. We got to talk to you.
Oh.
So yours is right. You're right on, Mayor.
40K, 28. What?
He's got 3 answers. You have 1 answer, right?
Dude,
You
26
need to know
miles.
how
Freaking
far.
hot mess.
What's your swim distance? What's your
Oh,
bike distance?
I didn't
1600
listen.
meters.
I
What's your
didn't.
run
I'm
distance?
sorry. I didn't listen.
Wrong.
Yes.
Put the
I
Dean
agree.
was so
Yeah, bad
condescending
for-
nicely. He's like,
bad
Kevin, we're
for-
gonna have to talk to you
Dean,
about
you'd
your
be
answer.
an
I did not.
Excellent
I did not
teacher.
hear the question
This is
properly.
So if I'm
I've got
on
great
murder
respect for our
murder
attorneys.
trial, I know who not to talk to. Like, oh, judge, I forgot about that. My
Yes.
bad.
That's
Oh.
bad.
So
I'm
we have
very
a-
aggravated at
we have a-
myself. What was the question?
We have a clear win. Well, there were 3 questions.
1600 meters. Is that right?
Well, yeah, it's
They need
15
the
or
measuring
1500
for how much
meters.
it's
1500.
I was gonna put
It's
1500.
1500 meters, and it's a
1.9.
10K.
So I missed that.
How
10K
long do you swim?
and a
How
four- and a
long do you
40K
run? And how
bike.
long do you cycle?
I'm
So
pissed.
upset.
I'm so pissed
So
with myself.
just to be accurate, who won this contest?
That would
the
be,
locomotive.
It was 10-7.
Thank you.
Father wins.
and for
Damn
last
disgrace.
So aggravated.
for last place, I noticed on a recent gathering of groups that Kevin, you needed a little improvement on your bike, so I got you some bike
Thank
handlebar
you.
tape.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
your,
you, Dean.
that's your last place.
That's last place. I
Appreciate it.
can't wait to see what first
Yeah.
place is.
Wow.
Like a nose plug for the swim.
No, so Mayor,
A secret
Body,
motor.
a
secret
tag for my
motor
big
for your
toe
bike.
for when I drown.
yeah, this
The
is
big toe tag.
This is the
in
top
case
of the
you
line
die.
device for a guy who likes to change flats,
All right.
right? So, I'd like you to make sure you have this as top of the line
Oh, sweet.
air inflator
Thank you.
for your bicycle.
Thank you, brother. I
You're not going to
appreciate
need
It's
it.
it.
lightweight.
I'm not going to pop because Jeff hooked me up.
No, but if you ever do have a flat,
I do.
I mean,
It
this is the
happens.
best top of the line.
I'm not a boy band member. I have broken bikes a lot.
Yep. And I have party
you,
gifts.
Dean.
for
You're not
your
a boy
crew.
band member either, by the way.
I would
Meaning-
not. Yeah.
That's my code for I'm not slight. I'm a solid
I'm
man.
a big guy.
I'm a
yeah.
solid man.
Dean, I want to thank you for
Okay.
coming in
Thank you.
and
Thanks for having
and by
me.
the way, for all the help, not just today,
Thanks.
but
Yes.
leading up to
Love
the
this
try.
race.
Agree.
You have been
Agree.
really helpful. And
Because I've had a lot of by the way, the whole bike thing threw me for a loop today.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, the moral to the story on the bike is just be a loner, be on my own.
Yep.
Don't
and just
follow
obey the
behind
rules of the
anybody.
road.
Just like you can never have anybody directly in front of you. Basically,
If you're
right?
going to pass, make it quick, right?
Bust out
And if
those-
if you hear a motorcycle nearby, make it quick.
there you go.
Because they're gonna take it. Thanks for having me
Yeah,
on, guys.
thanks
It was
for
so,
having me, Dean.
so
Thanks for everything,
awesome.
Dean. I appreciate you.
Very
All the
good.
best of
Yeah.
luck, and to all the triathletes.
Kevin,
kick some ass.
you lost so handedly. I wonder if you'll even have a team to be on Sunday.
Oh,
John,
no.
I missed one true false
Let me see that
question, and I wasn't listening very well. So yes, you're right. I lost
that's
the.
nice.
Even though I knew the answers, that's what's so aggravating about it.
This is Dean's medal,
Nice.
his Ironman medal. Do I get anything when I
Whoa.
complete Leon's? Anything like this?
He has a special surprise for those who do well in
Oh,
the race.
nice.
I'm not going to do well. I'm just going to
Well.
finish.
Finisher, participant.
They're-
Didn't you
they're-
see The Incredibles, Tom?
Yeah.
And it's like, what
Special
do you want?
surprises
Like,
and-
I want to
Leon.
give me a medal before I start.
There is a mayor's division, right?
Thank you. I'm
brother,
gonna be,
this
I
is-
imagine. I
so
like the
I-
mayor's division. I like the mayor's division.
got
It makes
big,
sense.
big bets on
I
who
heard.
takes
You know what
first
though? I
in the
heard Bill
mayor's
Carroll's
division.
in it. So
Yeah.
Come on out, Bill. Mayor of the century. Come on out, Bill.
Yeah, he's going to start training tomorrow, I think. Thanks, guys.
Let me honestly hold on. Like,
Oh, sure.
I think I'm going to be like 3 hours and 40 minutes ish. Is that like embarrassingly slow? Because I don't want to like get laughed at. I might just like.
The
drive
fact
home.
is, you're finishing, man.
No, it's not the fact. Am I going to be last place? Like, I just want to know.
You won't be last.
Don't give
Like,
yourself
it'll be
a
like-
flat.
You won't be last.
It'll be like 70-year-old women like in me, right? Like
It could be. I mean, if you're saying 340, yeah,
that's super slow, right?
It's pretty slow. Yeah.
It's all about finishing, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm not. No one
I
in
can't
no one in
finish
this
a
room
marathon.
is participating in the full triathlon
That's
except
what
you.
I know at my
340,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
gonna
you're
be
And
my
the,
time,
the,
man.
the winner's going to do sub 2 hours.
But
right?
like I'm going to be 35, 40 minutes in the water.
That's decent.
Okay, I'm going to
40
do
40 minutes
quick
is okay.
transition like I did
Sure.
last time. I was out of my wetsuit and
2
gone.
minutes, 3 minutes.
Shouldn't
And then
take
I'll be
long.
on my bike, and it'll be an hour.
Don't
and a
forget
half,
to put
right?
your helmet on before you
Yep.
grab your
I
bike.
will. It'll be an hour and a half.
Do what you're good at. So push hard on the bike.
Really?
Yeah.
I would. My strategy was go easy on the bike, because like I have to save it for the run.
Well, I mean, it's
all-
up to you,
it's all about a
right?
strength.
So
I
hold
mean,
on,
I
so
do what my
You got
strength
2 days to
was.
think
So
about
hour
it.
and a half on the bike, so plus 40 minutes. So I'm at what
210.
210, and then the run is hour and 15. So all right, 3:30.
There you go.
3:30 would be a good
Three.
time.
You're gonna break it. You're gonna break through that.
3:15. Yeah, you should be okay. Mayor, you're going to be fine.
You're gonna
The
finish.
swim's tough, right? The swim is hard. It was
Yeah.
always hard for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
I mean, you're like you said, like you told me, you're a Navy diver. You've done this before.
Yeah,
it's
but I
just
wasn't a fast
lot.
Navy diver. I was a Navy
all-
diver. I
yeah.
didn't drown.
Big,
That doesn't
giant
mean
swim
I'm like,
fins.
And
I'm
you're not
like
gonna
a
drown
Navy
either.
speed swimmer. Like
all
I'm a
right.
Navy diver. Like
Yeah.
I could be in stressful situations in water, and I'm not going to die.
I think it's all about the fact
fact.
that you took on this challenge. You're going to finish.
Yeah.
You're going to do it,
gonna be
and that's
slow.
going to be awesome.
When did you
Dad's getting
decide you
insecure.
were going to do?
I was trying to
Leon's?
figure this out last night. I'll be honest. How did I get myself in this bullshit? Like honestly, I don't even know how it happened.
You were like,
Next thing
I'm
I
going
know,
to do it.
like Jana
It's
and I are
bragging
doing
rights.
it.
Well, you know what? You decided to start swimming at the Civic Center.
I
You're
did.
like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
going to do the triathlon.
I know.
That's
I was
what
full of
happened.
shit though. I wasn't like serious about it. I was
Here
just
it
talking
is.
shit.
So
You
now
know,
it's
like
in.
I'm locked
after-
You're in.
I'm so
after
down on
Leon's
this
last
thing now.
Dude, I'm about to freaking like embarrass myself in front of Reeds.
No,
I
you're
already
not.
did that last
If
year.
you don't crap
it's like
yourself,
1 year ago.
it's a success.
That's a crazy thing. Last year I got my ass kicked on June 3rd. And now I'm going to get my ass kicked on June 6th.
Well,
No,
you've
you're
been
not.
talking
2 years in a row.
You've
You're
been
gonna
talking
finish.
about it so much now you can't do it. Like you can't
Mental,
not
man.
do it.
If I like sleep in, is that
No.
all right?
No,
I'll
if
come
you
get
if
you.
you
Oh,
miss
if you're
it,
not
like
there,
people will know.
We're gonna
People
come
will
get
know.
you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
People
drag
will
you
know.
out here.
I think
You,
Leon's
got to
expecting
do this
you.
regardless. So.
I'm nervous.
See
so.
what I'm saying?
All right, so this is good.
Get
The
a good
fun thing
night's
about
sleep
this
tonight.
is next Tuesday we're going to get the total try wrap up
Yep.
from Mayor Tom from our
All right.
locomotive. So wrap it up.
I appreciate everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you, Dean, for coming by.
Well, thank you
Thank you,
for
Kevin
having me.
Smith, my great co-host. Even though I beat him on the test, probably the only test I've ever beat you on, but I'll take it.
Not true.
To the notorious LMP, thank you, sweetie.
What
Love you. Thanks for being there for me on Sunday.
Wait, is there a place to spectate? Where would we want to spectate if we want to
Where do you
watch?
spectate, Dean? I like that word.
So the
Rick
first,
Long used it, and then I
like
went
that.
with it.
so the first
She
thing
wants to spectate.
you want to make sure you're there about no later than about 7
7:30.
o'clock.
Oh, okay.
And
They
we
close
just
the-
sit
they
there
close
at the end.
Transition
They
opens
close the road at
about
7:30.
Yeah, about 7:30.
I'm the
So
mayor, though.
yeah,
My road.
Well, I'm saying for spectators.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if you come late, right, you
No, I'm
can
not
still
gonna be
you
late.
can still park over by Fire Station 2, which is
Yeah,
2200 block of
Right.
Calumet. You have to come in from Indianapolis Boulevard side.
Okay.
But about 7:30 or so, they're going to close the road. So you want to make sure you're there before that. And you'll be in the venue, and you can line up along Calumet Avenue. You can go on that beautiful Wolf Lake Bridge.
Wow,
watch
that's a good
watch
view.
people bike
Nice,
in
yeah.
and out. All along the shoreline for the swim, right? When they come out of the water at the boat launch, you can just be right there, watch your athlete come out of
Is
the
there
water.
any way they could follow you on GPS or anything, or nothing like that?
No, we
Okay.
don't
All right.
have that. On
I
this.
can. We can if you have your Apple Watch and you're connected with each other.
Okay.
I believe that there's an app that you can.
Show my location.
Love
Yeah.
it. Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Notorious LMP. Thanks, sweetie. Don
See-
Vez. We're gonna miss you on Tuesday. But I feel no, not really.
Nah.
But it's an appropriate thing to say.
John's
when
gonna get a
somebody's
really
gonna be
nice break.
And young
from being
Jedi, Chris
harassed
Campbell.
about the
Chris
COVID
Campbell. We're gonna
vaccine.
talk to him a lot, and he's gonna be funnier.
He's going to get his end-to-end
funnier
out.
and smarter.
Don't
and,
guarantee that I'm going to be funnier.
No, if you
setting
sit
the
in
bar
that
high.
chair, you're a target. So.
I'm glad that everybody's got a backup now. We finally succeeded in getting a
I
backup
don't
for everybody in
have
the
a
studio.
backup.
You do.
Who's my backup?
We don't know yet.
Multiple people. We're working on this.
Yeah, see, not one person can be a backup for me because
There
I
you
am
go.
just that much to
That's why you're the
handle, so.
notorious LMP.
That's right. Thanks
All
for
right.
the longest show in Lockpod history. We appreciate you. Thanks to all of our guests. Thanks to all of our advertisers. And thank you to you, the listener. We love you. Talk to you on Tuesday. Take care, everybody.